Howdy, howdy. In this video, I'm going over my hopes and wishes, dreams, and one giant swing for the fence that I want to see in Call of the Stones. I'll have a video down in the description, but I just spent an hour interview with one of the top players in the world, Benless, on the recent announcement for Call of the Stones being delayed until 2026, February, and why I think that's actually a good thing. And you can go down or wait till the end of the video to watch that. But in this video, I want to share some of my wish lists for Call of the Stone, some things that I want to see, some things that I hope to see, and just some things that I think could improve the all-around game and collecting experience. So I'm going to hit this on 4 different fronts. Number 1, some changes I want to see with purchasing. Number 2, some updates or changes I want to see to the lore. Number 3, just the one collecting aspect I would love to see that I think we're still missing, but it's not. It's something that would be nice to have, not a need to have. And then the last thing I'm going to share at the very end of this video, so stick around to the end, is the dream that I have. It's a swing for the fence, and another card collecting opportunity does it, but Wonders kind of has it, but kind of doesn't. So I'm going to share with you one dream that I want to see. So if you want to see more Call of the Stones videos, I'll be doing news, I'll be doing updates, I'll be doing some spoilers during spoiler season. So make sure you like and subscribe down below. We recently got over 100 subscribers. I'm thankful to every one of you. Let's hit 150. All right. The first thing I would like to see when it comes to purchasing is this is a little bit of a dream, but I would actually like to see same day shipping arrival as the Shattering. So if the Shattering, I'm totally just making up a date, but if the Shattering was, say, February 5th, I would like the pre-release, the pre-orders, whatever you call them, purchases, same day one launch purchases. I would like those to ship out maybe the day before. That way, when the Shattering happens, people are opening boxes and I don't have to wait a week or two after to open my boxes. Now, I'm not saying I want to get them the same day. I'm fine getting them the day after. So maybe if the Shattering's on a Saturday, they ship out the boxes that Saturday or maybe the Friday before. And that way, I can watch the Shattering. I enjoy it. Those that are in attendance still get the benefit of opening day one without worrying about people getting their advanced orders. But I don't have to wait so long. Now, I was fortunate. I got my cards for Existence. I got my Kickstarter, I believe, 9 or 10 days after the Shattering, which was pretty quick. In fact, I didn't even realize that's the box that it came in. So I would love to see same day shipping arrival as the Shattering. I don't know if they still do this, but I remember a long time ago, you used to pre-order the iPhone and they would ship the iPhones. And I remember seeing a news report of all the iPhones being held at the post office and UPS because, they were shipped out Wednesday, but the iPhone launch was Friday. So they could not deliver those packages until Friday. They were not allowed to deliver it Thursday. I don't know if that exists or what that takes. Maybe that's just a volume thing that they can do because they're Apple. But something like that would just be fantastic. I just don't want to wait as long after the shipping. And a week seems like greedy, but if everyone else has their cards that day, I want to have my cards that day as well. And the other thing I think we already know is going to be fixed is going to be all SKUs at launch. Okay, now SKUs is the different product types. So for example, in Existence, we had the 2-player bundle, we had the collector boxes, we had the dragon boxes, obviously. Now we have the play box or the play bundles. I would like to have all of them at launch. When we pre-ordered, we basically only had collector boxes, and I guess also the pre-constructed decks. We had Kickstarter, we had the collector boxes, and we had the pre-constructed decks. All right, before the Kickstarter, you had the dragon boxes, and after the Kickstarter, after the collector boxes and pre-cons, you had the 2-player starter decks. And then after those, you had the play bundles. Now, the team has already come out and said we're going to have all SKUs at launch. So that'll be great because I really want to be able to do a massive pre-order. And when I say massive, I'm talking like hopefully a case. I mean, I can't, at our point in life with my family, I can't do more than like $1,000 pre-order. So I'm hoping that's going to get me a case of at least 6 collector boxes. I shared the story before when the Kickstarter launched for Existence. Me and my cousin went in on a flare package, I believe is what it was called, which came with 3 collector boxes. I'd like at least twice that much for Call of the Stones. So I believe it's 6 in a case. But anyways, about $1,000 is all I have to put up front for the game. And the good thing is, though, if play bundles can be at Target day one, what I can do, or what is easier for me to do, is, go in advance, get a nice pre-order, get 6 collector boxes, start my collection, start getting some trade bait. But then for the long-term longevity of the game, does that make sense? Long-term legit longevity. Whenever I make a run to do errands, or whenever I need to go to Target to pick something up for the kids' school, or maybe some gifts or something, we always do our gift shopping at Target. That's the nice place to go. It's nice to be able to grab a play bundle and just, on our cart, in our cart, I'm already spending $80, $100, $120. Throwing in another $30 on top of that is fantastic. Now, maybe for my birthday, I can get Target gift cards, or I can save Target gift cards throughout the year. Sometimes I'll get some gift cards and trade them. Then I can collect gift cards, and maybe if I get, I don't know what the MSRP on a collector bundle is going to be, but maybe I can get that money. I'm making up a number here, $300. Save up $300 in Target gift cards. Hey, then I can go out and get a collector box. That'll be nice to have. But to be able to just, walk into the store and grab a pre-con deck or grab a play bundle is fantastic. I don't want to have to rely on 2-player starter kits if they continue to have those for collector packs or any packs. Just having all those out at launch. And then too, I can pre-order some collector boxes for myself, and then maybe get a few play bundles for my daughter, so she can have stuff to open while I open the collectors, right? The collector boxes are kind of like the big boy boxes, and my daughter has the play boxes. So something for everyone. But anyways, that's what I hope. Those 2 things, that's all I ask. Same day arrival as the Shattering, or at least with several, just a few days after. Don't make me wait. I don't want to wait. And then having all SKUs at launch would be fantastic. Now, when it comes to the lore, I have a few things I'd like to see. Number one, I'm not saying I want to have an answer. I think it's too soon to have an answer. But I would love to see something else with the prisoner. Okay, you all know, you've all seen. If you haven't, if you're new here, I've got a video showing off my formless foil signed by the co-founder, CEO of Wonders of the First, Jeff French. I've got a signed formless foil prisoner card. So the prisoner is a very, not important card to me, but it means a little bit because I got a little bit of a stake in it. And so I'd love to see a little bit more lore from her. I've got a lore video going over the prologue and some questions that I still want answered. Like, for example, on the card, she's a demon, but in the lore, she was, I think, just a normal person. Also on the card, she's an ancient mind. So how old is she? I would love to see some more lore on the prisoner. Now, I'm not saying that the instructions need to say, if this is played, free the prisoner. But I would love to see something additional to her story, which brings me to my next thing I'd like to see lore-wise. I would love to see some additional items or locations regarding the prologue 5 specifically. Okay? So maybe we can have some of Emma's henchmen. Maybe we can have Emma's pistol. Maybe we can have Emma's armor. Maybe Emma's helmet. We could have the prisoner's pen, right? We could have the prisoner's cell as a location. We could even have the Phoenix Quill ink, maybe as a spell or something, spill the ink or something. I don't know. Drogathar's pit could be a location. It'd be really cool to see the Prologue 5 just continue to have a little bit of a presence in the next set. Now, the opposite to that, I did another video. Boy, there's so many videos that I've done on this, guys. If you are into Wonders of the First, or you want to learn more, by all means subscribe, because I do 2 to 3 videos. I shoot for 3 every week. And I did a video going over some conspiracy theories that I came up with, that Call of the Stones is a little bit of a look into the past, like almost like the world came into being and the stones called out wonders and items and such. So I think if we do a little bit of Call of the Stones as almost like a retelling of creation, so to speak, then you could have some of these Prologue 5 objects or items in their young form. So you could have baby Emma, right? We don't need to go baby Yoda in this one. Yeah, we don't need to do that. But young prisoner, or Drogathar's egg or something. Like we could do something like that. Phoenix Pub land, vacant lot. The blazing vacant lot. Okay, there you go. Be silly about that. And I would also like to see the friend. We talk about the friend is a part of the prologue. I think that would be really fun to see there. So that's what I want to see on the lore. I want to see something else with the prisoner, maybe her friend or something like that. And then I want to see some more items or some kind of offshoots of the Prologue 5. Okay. So the next thing is with collecting, and this is because I come from Marvel card collecting, and I'm super casual, guys, super casual. But when we say rainbow, that's usually in the Marvel world. That means you have the different colored parallels, and for example, I don't know if these are the exact numbers, but if you have a green parallel, it means it's out of 50. If you have a red parallel, it's out of 100. If you have an orange parallel, it's out of 250. If you have a lava red parallel, it might be out of 10. And if you have a black, it's a 1 of 1, right? Something like that. So they're actually different colors of that. And I think it would be cool, and I'm probably the only one that thinks this. I think it would be cool to have different foil parallels for Wonders of the First. So for example, we take our girl Prisoner here. You get her regular foil, which you can't really see here, but it's that black and silver. Then maybe she has a purple foil parallel, and then maybe she has an orange foil parallel. And you can do things, I should have made another mock-up here, but you can do things like color matching. So the orange parallel might look better on Drogothar, or might look better on Phoenix Quill. So then you have another thing to chase. You have the color match, right? So in Marvel cards, we have color match where if you get a red on red. So for example, if you have Iron Man with a red foil parallel, that's a color match. Or if you have orange on a MODOK, that's a color match. And we already have orbital color matches. I understand that. But maybe just having a regular foil. So that, and it's also an additional thing for the play bundles to chase, because, it's not going to be first edition. So these colored parallels could be chaseable in just the play bundle. So it's not just alt art, but it's also something that, a lower income or more younger player could chase and still have that feeling of having a rainbow without needing to go in on the more expensive collector boxes. Again, that's totally a wish, but it's something I think would be cool to have. So that way, when I say I have a rainbow Prisoner, I'm not just talking about I have a paper foil and formless foil. That's kind of what rainbows mean right now. I would love to be able to say like, hey, I have a rainbow foil Prisoner set where I have all of the colors. Maybe it's foil, purple foil, orange foil, red foil, I don't know, whatever foils there are. So I think that would be a lot of fun to see, a different change there. The last thing I'm going to share with you is totally a swing for the fence, but I would love to see something like e-Pack come to Wonders of the First. If you are unfamiliar, in fact, let me pull up the e-Pack website here. So if you're unfamiliar with what e-Pack is, these are actual packs you can rip online. And these are not digital packs. These are not representations. They literally have all these cards. I don't know if they're packed, but they have all the cards that you rip. They're actually held in a warehouse. I think ComC actually holds them. And so when you go online and you rip a pack, you're actually ripping physical cards. At any point, you can have those cards shipped to you. And so that way you don't have to worry about the cards in the store or being able to find cards locally. You can go online, purchase an e-Pack, rip it there, and then they're holding your cards, or I guess you might say vaulting your cards. You can do trades with people similar to how you can on block packs with the pre-release labs. But then also they have a game where if you collect maybe 10 base Thors, maybe like Mighty Thor here, you collect 10 of her papers, you can trade it in for a special foil e-Pack only parallel. And that creates a little bit of a game. So I mean, they already do this a little bit with the Hometown Heroes on block packs. I would just like to see it with Wonders of the First. There's a lot of logistics with that, but I would love to see that. We already have that a little bit here with the pre-release proof cards. So they're actually still live. You can go to, I don't know what the website is, but you can buy in at $145 and you rip a digital pack. The digital pack has a pre-release slab. And I don't know if they still do have a chance to hit an art proof. If you don't know, you can have a chance to hit an art proof of the card, the NFT behind it. So that way you are a co-owner of the art license. It allows you to make merchandise or tell stories and actually sell the stories. You have a partial commercial license for the art for the card, which is, I think, a really, really cool idea. And you don't need that to play the game. It's just another way to have a little bit more ownership in the game. And imagine, if you got to share in the ownership of Spider-Man or Spawn with Todd McFarlane, and you can write your own Spawn stories. I mean, that'd be so cool. Or sell your own Spawn merch. You can do that with the art proof cards. Maybe I'll do a video on that when release comes sooner. But So right now you can rip packs and get a pre-release slab here, which has a playtest card that is foil and marked pre-release, and there's only 24 of each card. And or you have the chance to hit that art proof. Well, I mean, what if you just go online and I could just pay $5 or $10 and get a collector pack and just rip a pack online, and then that way I think that's really good for people that live in smaller homes or apartments, or me that I have basically half an office to call my man cave. You've seen my collection, another video I've done. And so I don't have a lot of room. So if I could, instead of buying physical packs, if I could buy digital packs, rip those, and then when tournament season comes around, if I got cards I want to see, or maybe I want to have a card in person, I can have them shipped to my house because it is an actual card warehoused somewhere. I think that would be so cool. So that's what I want to see with Call of the Stones. What do you want to see? Do you think my idea for the parallels is just dumb? Do you have any ideas for some Prologue 5 continuation cards? Let me know in the comments below, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Adios.